I think what's happened here is someone said something. Oh dear, I'm sensing a lot in your auric field. Okay, I'm sensing a lot in your auric field. I'm sensing a lot of love, joy and peace in your auric field. Okay, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. That's what I'm here to do. Psychic Bev at your service. Right, I'm going to bring these decks with me. This Rider-Waite card deck with a special moon box. Okay, to fringe. Right, what I'm sensing. Okay, what I'm sensing in Lewis Nicholson's auric field. Okay, it's quite a lot going on, actually. So let's have a look at the colds. And let's do my job. Right, I'm having a little shuffle for Lewis Nicholson because I think he needs the love at the moment. I think he needs the heart chakra. He needs the heart chakra to be a bit more open, if that makes sense. I think he needs to expand his heart into the whole room. I think he needs to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. Right, Lewis, I've got a card for you, okay? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Let's have a look. Oh, Lewis, it's the 6 of Swords, okay? You feel like everything's sailing away, don't you? You feel like everything's sailing away. It's not, Lewis, it's not. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Oh, it's a good one. It's the Chariot, okay? Now, I'm sensing for you, Lewis Nicholson, there's a lot going on in your auric field, okay? You've got people who are being a bit angry. You've got people being very, very angry, okay? Very, very, very angry. Right, Lewis, do you think I'm one of them? Do you think I'm one of them, Lewis? I'm doing my job. Right, next cold. I think your heart needs to expand into the room. I think you need to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours, okay? The sun. Okay, the sun. Right, Lewis, what I would suggest is not worrying so much because I'm seeing a lot of, there's a child there. Maybe have a baby, okay? Maybe have a baby one day and it'll be okay and you won't even care that much about what's going on. Okay, maybe have a little baby. Seeing you with, maybe 2. But not from me. From somebody else, Lewis. From somebody else. Right. Right, Lewis. Another card for you because you need the love. Okay, I'm doing my job. The world. The world, Lewis. The world is at your fingertips. I feel like the world is so much you can't even cope. Okay, but you're actually going to be okay. And I think what you're kind of sensing is defeat. But no, Lewis, this is a good card. There is a sense of hope here. There is. I think the child one is quite nice, but I think you'll have it with somebody else. But I think the world is at your fingertips because you can do whatever you want, Lewis. You don't need to worry so much about what people are doing, okay? The Chariot, you don't need to worry so much about angry people or official people going knock, knock, knock. Who's there? It's Psychic Bev. Who cares, Lewis? Who gives a damn? It doesn't matter. It's not going to sail away. Okay, so this is your moment to not worry so much. Okay, we've got another one here. Another one, the King of Wands. I'm doing my job, Lewis. The King of Wands. Okay, the King of Wands. Now, what do you see on the King of Wands? Now, what I see is more, I think you can have 2 children, Lewis, but not from me. I think you can have 2 children. There's a little pet there. I think you might get a little pet. And I think you might get a little puppy maybe at some point. You might even share a little dog, a little puppy with someone. You might live with more than one person. You might travel a little bit. I'm seeing a kind of cut across. Okay, because you might cut across from Bristol to Wales, Cardiff, I'm seeing. You might cut across, Lewis. It doesn't matter. I think your whole heart needs to expand. I think you need to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. I think what's happening here is you are going to be fine. Okay, I'm doing my job, Lewis. You are going to be fine. Okay, don't worry about anything at all. Okay, because you're worrying. You're going, oh dear, oh dear. You can't cope with anything. There's another card coming for you. King of Wands, good Lord, what an energy. What an energy. Right, for you, I'm sensing from this card, there's kind of a feeling of taking charge, but you don't need to. You don't need to worry. You are in charge of your own life. Okay, so you don't need to take charge of somebody else's. You are in charge of your own life. Okay, you are in charge of your own life. You don't need to take charge of somebody else's. You don't need to take charge of somebody else's. You don't need to worry about things, you know, slipping away or moving on, or you don't need to worry about that. You are in charge of your own life. Okay, Lewis? Now, that's Lewis's cards. Okay, that's Lewis's cards. Now, what I'm going to do, doing my job here, is do a reading for Gabi. Okay, next. Right, I'm doing my job. Doing my job. Right, cards for Gabi. Another shuffle for you. Because I think you're very sad at the moment. Right, there's some cards here and there's a big clump because you think, oh, it's so much, I can't be bothered. Whack. You want to whack me down. Whack, 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 whack. What have we got here? Four of Pentacles. What? Oh, actually, I quite like the card because you're kind of like, oh, I want to tell her off. I want to tell her off. Right, so let's have a look at this. A lot of anger is coming out with this card. Okay, a lot of anger, very angry. You're going whack, 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 whack. Oh, it's another card. So what are we trying to whack down or whack away? What have we got here? 10 of Wands. Okay, you want to whack this one. Whack. But as you whack it, it flies away because you think, I'll lose everything. I'll lose everything at all. Doing my job. 2 of Wands, you're looking out. You're doing what you're doing. Okay, you're doing what's coming next. 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Sensitive information on that one. If anyone gets the clue, you get a prize. Sensitive information on that one. Whatever that means to you. King of Pentacles, okay. These are good cards. Okay, they're good cards. Right, Gabi, don't be like this. Don't be like that. Don't be crying, crying, crying. Don't be sad. Don't be like the 9 of Swords. You're crying, you're crying. You're crying, you're crying. You're crying, you're crying. Right, there's a few more cards. Okay, there's a few more cards. Now, these could all be yours, but you see everything is like a big whoop, and then you can't talk to anyone. Because what you've done is you've laid kind of the ground for something like this. Whoop, oops, I had sex with someone I shouldn't have done. I'm trying to hide it with the sensitive information, which is in this card, okay, which we can't talk about, okay, because it's sensitive information. Now, what we've got, okay, what we've got is the 10 of Cups, okay, which is kind of a rainbow, okay. Now, what I'm sensing for you is there's a part of you that feels like you could give up. You're looking away, you want to give up on everything. But there's part of you that feels like you don't give up and you're looking directly at what you want. Okay, so they're two very different cards. Okay, looking away, looking at what you want. Looking away, looking at what you want. So there's part of you that's going, do I want to continue? Do I want to look away? Or what I want? Now there's one more card that you try to whack down. Because you want to do this. Whack. And whack me. Okay? You want to whack me. Right. What you would be whacking away, okay, is a lot. Okay, because there's a part of you that thinks, I can't cope and I don't want to talk to anyone. Okay? So now what we've got, Oh dear, this isn't a good cold, is it really? The Hanged Man. Do you think someone's going to do that? Whatever that is? Oh dear. Right, don't worry. Lewis Nicholson is not my boyfriend. But if he was, it doesn't matter. Okay? Because you're afraid of turning into this if he is indeed my boyfriend. Okay, because you think you failed. There is a point to talking about that. If he is my boyfriend, it doesn't matter that much, okay? But I won't probably, according to the colds anyway, have a baby with him, but someone might do. Someone might do, okay? Doing my job. Right, Callum Dodd, do I have a card for you? Do I have a card for you? I have an empty box here because I think you think you've lost everything. You think you lost everything because of an actress, because of everything else. And there's sensitive information in some of these cards that I don't think I can pick out. Actually, I don't think I can pick them out. I think you feel a bit like this at the moment. Because if I'm with Lewis as a boyfriend, you think you're going to have to do that. Okay, the hermit. Because you feel responsible, or perhaps that's not the right word. You feel challenged. Challenged is probably the right word in some ways. Whatever the word is, you feel challenged by the thought of seeing me again. I think it's a wheel of fortune. If you see me again, what will happen? Okay, you're worried about being challenged by what's happened. Challenged by that. Okay, Callum Dodd. Okay, things are coming together. Okay, you don't need to do that. Okay, you never did. Okay, doing my job. Right, does anyone have a problem with me doing my job? Okay, because I'm going to do my job and I'm going to go on Fringe and take my cards. Okay, and do a proper reading. Do a proper reading with my cards. They come in this little box, quite cute. Got a little clasp, comes in a little box like that. And it comes in a little box like that. And the little box fits in that. And then you've got all your cards. Okay, so I've given you a free reading. And what's happened since I've said I could be his boyfriend is Callum is so close to doing this. Okay? No, Callum, you don't need to. You do not need to. Okay? What would happen if you saw me in person? I might do that. I might cry. Okay? But what I might do is look at what I have, which is a lot. Okay? I've lost a lot of money, of time. I've lost a lot, okay? But what I haven't lost is this. Okay? I haven't lost my ability to do what I want, okay? Which is my gift to you, okay? Because I love doing tarot. So every time you think I'm going to try and stop Anna doing a tarot reading, I don't need to listen to that because I know I've already got what I want and need. But really, I'll always be a tarot reader, okay? There's nothing wrong with doing tarot. There's nothing wrong with doing tarot. Lewis, I think you're going to have a baby. I think you're going to have a baby. I think you're going to find what you would always have found. And I think you're going to have a really nice life, Lewis. And I think what's happened here is it's got a bit left of field, hasn't it, really? Because everyone's got a bit upset. Lewis, I think your heart needs to expand. I think you need to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. Lewis, I don't think you're going to have a problem with heart expansion, but you do need to talk more about why you don't know what this means. Because you see yourself as not focused enough. Is that the right wording? Focused enough to do anything. You see yourself as all over the place. All over the place, okay? So what I would suggest is talk to me, Lewis, because you can. I'm not going to be angry. I can be a bit upset occasionally, but you've got this, okay? The gift of time. But really, the gift of love. Okay, you've got the gift of love. You've got the gift of heart expansion. Okay, you got the gift of heart expansion. Your heart could expand. You could be dancing on the ceiling for 3 hours. Okay, do I need to be doing tarot to tell you that? Yeah, because there's still part of you that's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think, you know, I don't have anything going for me and I can't cope. I don't deserve it. And you see this as difficult, Lewis Nicholson. See this as difficult. See this as impossible. You don't think you could ever have a baby with someone else. And you see yourself as the angry person and me as the other angry person. But Lewis, I don't care. I don't care, Lewis. I've got everything I wanted. Tarot, okay? I'm doing my job. Lewis, do you take my hand in marriage? Lewis, this isn't a proposition or a proposal for a marriage or a wedding even. But I do sense a wedding in your auric field. We could get married. We could get married. But I'm also sensing hope, okay? Because I think the baby is not with me. I think the baby's with someone else, Lewis. I think what's happened at the moment is your heart chakra, your little heart, is quite big. Your heart could expand. You could dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. Callum, it's not worth killing yourself about, okay? What I would suggest is the cryptic clue is this, sensitive material. Lewis, I think you're going to have a child, okay? Lewis, I think you're going to have lots of love, okay? And Lewis, don't feel like this, okay? Don't feel like you can't talk to people about how you're feeling, okay? You can, Lewis. I'm in my power, okay? Why? I'm going to get a little pet, a dog, I think, and you can help me walk it, help me look after it if you want to. Lewis, I don't care. I'm in my power, okay? I couldn't give a crap. Lewis, if you got told off about this from Tantric Florian, okay, don't worry. It doesn't matter, Lewis. It doesn't matter. You don't need to feel like you're going to do that. Okay, Lewis, you don't need to feel like you're going to do that. Okay, you will always be okay, and you can help me walk the little pet. Okay, you can help me do anything you want. And I think you'd much rather have a baby with someone your age, because I am probably 5 years older. And actually I need a baby with someone who's my age, actually. You will always have enough. And actually, you are you. Okay, Callum, you haven't lost it all. You haven't lost it all, but you do need to change. This card, there's some dark energies that could come out if you don't talk more about how you're feeling. Okay, there's some dark energies that could come out if you don't talk more about how you're feeling. But there's also some beauty in your auric field. Okay, because I think you realise now why I said what I said. And you realise now why I love Lewis. There's some dark energies coming out. Why are you thinking about this? Okay, when you could be thinking about this. Okay, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some dark energies coming out about you. You don't need to be upset. This is not you. Okay? Don't panic. You can be with anyone you want to be with. Don't panic, okay? Don't do that. Okay? And there's some dark energies coming out about Callum. Callum, usher Dodd. Okay, it's not all about being aggressive, but you described me as that, but you've realised why. I love Lewis Nicholson. Okay? I always have done, always will do. And you feel depressed about that. You feel like you want to do this and go, hang on a minute, why didn't Anna say that before? Well, he walked out and he didn't come back. So you feel like this. Okay, you feel abandoned, you feel like that. Okay, you feel like you can't cope with anything. You almost feel like this, bound up. Okay, dark energies, but you don't need to do anything that means you can't talk to people, because there's a part of you that thinks I can't talk to anyone now, and Anna's got me bound up and I can't talk to anyone. Okay, you can. Ironically, I've given you many opportunities to do that and you've ignored them. Okay, you've all ignored them. You've all ignored them. But never mind. Let's have some fun, you know? Let's have some fun. Let's think about why. I'm just catching myself in the mirror at the moment because I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Let's have a think about why I'm sat here, okay, doing my makeup with this mirror, okay, wondering why on earth I'm doing these readings. Okay, I don't know. But I'm sensing it's relevant that Callum thinks he's like this at the moment, okay? But really, Callum, you do not need to do that, okay? You do not need to do that. And you don't need to worry about that, okay? And I'm in my power, okay? Lewis, this isn't a marriage proposal, but you are amazing. You are amazing, Lewis. Okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think you'll always have enough. And your art chakra needs to expand, and you need to dance in the room for 3 hours, which is what I did with somebody else. But that's okay, I think. I hope you're okay with me saying that. I did do that with somebody else. My heart did expand and I was dancing on the ceiling for 3 hours. Lewis, I do love you, but I think you're angry. Okay? Lewis, don't worry about that. Don't worry about any of it. Okay? Lewis, never mind. Never mind. Okay? I think your heart needs to expand. I think you need to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. Callum, I think you don't need to do some dark energies coming out. Dark energies coming out for Callum, but he needs to calm down. Okay, he needs to talk to people. You don't need to walk around like this. Okay? You don't need to walk around like, I don't know what to say to you, Callum. You're so upset. You didn't know that's why I was upset with Lewis. Okay. I don't need to be angry. Okay. And I think they will let me back in because I love what I'm doing and I love Fringe. And I can't do it this year because I'm still signed off, but I could do it in 2025, I think. In August, and I do need to talk to them about that. I could potentially do 24, but not really now. Lost a lot, but not really. I'll always have enough. Lewis, you can use this if you want. Okay? You don't need to be upset. Dark energies for Callum, but I think he needs to change. Rainbows. Okay? Rainbows. And what's happened is Lewis has got 3 reading. So is Callum, so is Gabi, because I would have given you a free reading in that place anyway. Callum, dark energies. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. It doesn't matter. Okay, you haven't lost everything. And I'm in my power. Okay. Lewis, I love you. And I don't need to do this. Okay. I like you and I love you. And your heart does need to expand into the room. It does need to dance on the ceiling for 3 hours. Okay, Lewis, we could do that. Okay. Lewis. Gabi. Callum. I think that's enough for today. Callum, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Right. That's enough of a free reading. I think that'll be £4.85. I'm joking. That won't be any money for you guys. You have cost me a lot with what you've done. Okay, we did need to talk more and you didn't want to. Okay. However, what's happened, okay, is a lot of things. Okay. I am in my power. Okay, and you will shut and I will get the court date eventually that I need. And I need to talk more about how I'm feeling. And I think Lewis does as well, because Lewis left and didn't come back. Okay, Lewis, we could do this. Okay, Lewis, I love you. Callum, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Okay. Oh dear, some dark energies about Callum. Callum, okay, you don't need to worry about this. Okay, and you don't need to worry. Oh dear, some dark energies. You don't need to worry about that, Callum. Okay? Right, that's it then. I'll see you soon. And if anyone wants to know how I did my makeup, I had a little mirror. Okay, because I think some of you don't know how I'm doing it all. Right, see you then.